Hi you guys, Vicky here from Chicago. Just leaving. Me and my sister took our first bucket list trip, drove to Canada, Niagara Falls, Canada side, because we heard that was the most beautiful side. And I just wanted to share some helpful hints. If you're planning on driving from the US to Canada, you absolutely need to have the Arrive CAN, ARRIVE, CAN, as in Canada, app on your phone, and you have to download your passport and vaccine card. They will not let you in if you don't have that, so that is the first thing you need to have. And you have to put your route on there and how long you're going to be staying, where you're going to be staying, so that when you get checked in at the border, you're all good to go. Do not bring any firearms, no mace or pepper spray, and nothing illegal. And yeah, no marijuana, nothing. Although cannabis is legal in Canada, leave your stuff at home and buy it here. It's much cheaper in Canada, like 3.5 grams. And Chicago is $60. Here it's $20. And the exchange rate is like for five Canadian dollars, I don't know, maybe it's like $4.75 American. So the dollar's a little bit stronger there. But I just wrote some things because my godparents are going to Niagara Falls, and they wanted some helpful hints. So I'm like, I'll just share them with everybody. So, we only got internet at the hotel. We stayed at the Hilton, which I highly recommend. We got upgraded to the 49th floor of the 50 floors, and we got to see everything from our room. So if you do get a hotel, on the Canadian side, you're staying in Canada, you want the falls view. So for example, only the king beds had the fall view side. Our particular room was like, I don't know, $360 a night, but we got the whole big beautiful view of the fireworks every night at 10 p.m. and they keep the falls going with color, changing the colors every 15 minutes, and that goes on until 2 a.m. So we had the most beautiful view. Now if you're staying on the United States side, then you only get the view of the Canada's side of the Horseshoe Falls. But we got to see the whole Canadian Horseshoe Falls, the American Horseshoe Falls, because it splits. In that particular side, Canada is on the west and the United States is on the east. So the Niagara River runs and splits the border. There's a couple bridges that cross it, but and then the Niagara River runs south. So flows north. Sorry about that. So downstream is north. So what happens? It's the highest elevation at the Lake Superior dumps into Lake. No, I'm starting from the get-go. So Lake Superior is highest elevation. It drops down into Lake Huron and Lake Michigan, and then those are about the same altitude. And then that dumps into Lake Erie, which then lower altitude through the Niagara River dumps into Lake Ontario, traveling north there at the Niagara River, which is such a creation of God. If you have not seen Niagara Falls from at least any side, but from the Canadian side, it looks more beautiful. We highly recommend it. It's our first bucket list trip. So we just want to share some more things with you. We only got internet at the hotel, so that's the only time we were able to do anything, which means that our phones did not work while we're driving through Canada. So we brought our own little, thanks Dad and Mom, GPS that we can actually punch in and work, because we didn't want to pay for extra service on our phones. Even if we did pay extra service, our phones, my daughter paid extra service, I think. the $10 a day thing with AT&T, but service only worked in the rooms. So use the internet, the free internet in your hotel. We were able to text, no problem. When you're walking to from your hotel down to the falls view, everything, Niagara Falls, just keep stopping at different locations and look to see, because you get a different view of every time you stop, whether you see the zip liners or you see the American Falls or the Bridal Falls or the Horseshoe Falls, which are all beautiful. We took the tour because we wanted to get the lay of the land, which I'm glad we did. It was a beautiful day, like 85 degrees, right? And sunny.
Perfect.
So we took the tour, which was an awesome tour. We had this awesome tour guide, Team Nick.
Team Nick.
So this was with the tours. They came at 8 in the morning. Do you remember the name of the tours? Niagara Falls Tours. So Nick is a Canadian who lives in the United States with his family. So he picks us up in this big bus, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right in front of the hotel.
Right in front of the hotel. So if you're staying at the Hilton, it's the Brazilian Steakhouse. And then we went to the next hotel. So by 8:30, we picked everybody up. He was awesome in making sure we all had our ArriveCan app on our phone. We all had our vaccine cards. And we were all checked in, our passports. What else?
You have to have your passport when you get on the bus.
Yeah. So
and the tour goes till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So wear good shoes.
Wear good shoes.
Wear water shoes, because you will get wet.
Eat a good breakfast before you go. There's a lot of walking. So the tour, this was really cool, because if you're going to see it all in one day, this is the way to do it. So the tour consisted of, first we went to Maid of the Mist.
First we crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, which goes over the Niagara River.
Thank you. So when you cross the bridge, you're going from Canada back into the United States. So we all had to go through customs again. Then when we got there, we went on this, each boat is worth $5 million. 50 million? All right, sorry.
The Maid of the Mist costs $50 million. It's all electric.
It's all electric. Everything's powered by these awesome Niagara Falls, which is, they're able to power like all of New York and many other surrounding states with just the water from Niagara Falls, which is why they have a dam to reserve some of it, so that in the summer when they need more electricity, they have it. But they don't slow down at the falls during the day, because they want all the visitors to get full capacity of what they're seeing. And okay, so then
we went on Maid of the Mist.
So they give you these ponchos, and it gets really windy because you get way up close to the horseshoe. Well, you get up close first to the American Falls, and then the tiny little strip of the Bridal Veil Falls, and then you go right into the Horseshoe Falls, and you're just hanging out there for a few minutes, and you see all these beautiful rainbows. The drop is about 180 feet from the falls, and then it's about 180 feet deep. Don't quote me on that, but I think, we learned a lot, but I can't memorize all that. So you hang out there for a few minutes, and then the boat turns around, and you just get to see, you're just in all this mist, and it's really windy, and it's really cool. And then after, super wet. Then after the Maid of the Mist, we went to the Cave of the Winds, right?
Yes.
So in the Cave of the Winds, you go down this elevator shaft, and then you're at the bottom of the falls, and you take this walkway to kind of work your way right next to the falls. Through a tunnel?
Through the tunnel, which is a ramp, so you could do it on a wheelchair if you had to.
Continue on Highway 401.
So then you're on this wood ramp. We went barefoot because, some of us went barefoot.
Wear water shoes.
Yeah, your shoes get soaked. Everything, you get totally soaked. Especially if you are brave enough to go into this one little section where you're right under the Bridal Falls, and it's 70 miles per hour, hurricane winds. I chose to go in without my poncho because I wanted to get the full effect.
You did.
I do have anxiety issues, but I did not need to. I was okay with it because you get to pick, how close you want to get to it at that point. So then we got back on the bus and we went to, where did we go? The tower? No, then we drove to more downstream, and we got to see the whirlpool. And so it's really cool how after the falls, there's like a dog leg, right? So the water comes down the falls and then it turns like a ramp to go another direction. So it gets caught in this whirlpool and then goes out the other side. We got to go up to the tower and see a 360 of all Niagara Falls, all sides of it. We did have some great dinners. Oh, okay, so if you're driving, here's the trick to park. Our hotel at the Hilton was $60 a night. But you start chatting with the locals and ask them tricks of the trade, and they are so friendly, and they love Americans, so they will give you places to eat. But the best hint here, if you're driving, instead of paying $60 a night at your hotel, drive to the casino, which is attached
right across the street
from the Hilton, at least. Right across the street from the Hilton. It was $20. If you don't drive in and out, because there's no in-out privileges, but you park there, you can stay there as long as you want. You just pay the one time when you leave. It's $20. So that was the best catch. And then the Hilton had a house band every night at the Spicy Lounge, and that was good food. And we had great music. And
your pen too.
Let's see what else is on this list here.
If you need to go clubbing, go to the Dragonfly.
The Dragonfly, see Eric. Tell him Vicky from Chicago sent you. They'll let you in. Ladies get in free before midnight, but you have to be on the guest list. Or else it's a $20 cover. A lot of walking uphill. Once you get down to that elevation to see the beautiful falls, and do see the whole length of the falls. Yeah, wear comfortable shoes. There's a lot of mist going on, so you're going to get sprinkled on somehow. Even at your restaurant. Like, all of a sudden you think it's raining. It's not. It's just mist because of the wind change. Okay. Limited restrooms, you guys. So, bring your own water bottles. No drinking fountains. Not many restrooms because the restaurants are spread apart from hotels. So, make sure you go to the bathroom before. I told you about Team Nick. I'll go to Clifton Hills. That's where like the Ferris wheel and the go-karts and a lot more eatery and the Ripley's and gift shops. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff on the Clifton Hill. Bring your own water bottle and fill it up because you do a lot of walking. I think
fireworks 10 o'clock every night.
Yeah, did we say that already?
We might have.
My sister won't let me put her on, so but you can hear her. All right, I think that's it, guys. But we're driving home. We've got a 9-hour drive back to Chicago. I think we have to wear our masks at the border to get back into the U.S. But other than that, it's been great. Everybody's been very friendly. And we highly recommend Niagara Falls from the Canadian side. The Hilton was great too. There's 3 towers in the Hilton to eat and hang out, and sit outside, listen to music. It's awesome. Okay, that's our trip from Niagara Falls, from Chicago, USA to Niagara Falls, Canada side on July 2022, post-COVID review. All right, ciao.